I had a little bit of technical difficulty. Apparently had too many files in my phone, and you'll have to forgive my voice a little bit. A few disclaimers. I have been sick. I'm going to try to go back to work today. This cold came and ravaged me. But anyways, in the title of the video, I said that I was just going to do this naked and do it live and work this out in front of everyone. Well, I just wasn't happy with my StreamYard this morning, so I decided to make a pre-recorded video, and then I'll post it live. It's only going to take me a few minutes, I think. But this still is very naked and very raw and no notes. Okay. Where to start? It never fails that it always comes to my awareness again that I am proposed things, and I go through those things to come out of those things with what I glean from them and then to share them. I was really frustrated when I woke up this morning because I already don't feel good. And I will also give you another disclaimer. There's a part of me that's a little bit pissed off energy, I guess you could say. It kind of makes me mad because I don't know about the rest of you, but this spiritual journey that we're in right now, I'm convinced of some big things. And for some reason, they're not fitting into place and they're not working. And I got a couple of wires crossed, apparently. Like I said, I haven't worked this out. I've got my journal open. I'm going to be writing this as I talk to you about it. Okay, so a good place to start is, okay, what we're going to do in this video together, and just bear with me, is just pretend that we have the ethereal truths, the spiritual truths that are real with a capital R. They're ethereal, permanent. The I am presence, the source creation understanding of the ethereal truth of who and what all of this really is. Okay, there's that. I kind of call it the ceiling, the truth of the truth, which is basically only just the frequency of love. That's my coming to know. Versus this thing that we're doing here in this earth plane, which is real, but it's not real with a capital R. It is real enough because we've chose to engage it. So anyways, and I might sneeze a bit too, and I'm probably going to be blowing my nose too. So once again, forgive me for that. But like I said, there's nothing here. I just jumped on. I just wanted to do this right now because I felt like it was needed for me to do it. Okay, and I see once again, it's maybe a little discombobulated. That's why usually I take notes and I work things out first, and then I come out, but I just felt like I wanted to work this out in front of you. Okay, so I woke up this morning, didn't feel the greatest. I'm better than I was, but I'm still not 100%, but decided I need to go to work today. I've only got 2 days left in my work week, and I need to do that. So I decided I'm going to do this. Well, I wake up and I had a few things hit me right off the cuff, right in the beginning, that hit me in my emotions and my feelings. Well, not my emotions, my feelings first. You get your emotions from what you feel. If you believe what you're feeling, then it creates an emotion, and that's what creates our reality. And once again, when I say these things matter of fact, they're matter of fact for me. I'm very, very solid in a few things that I've come to know. So when I say them matter-of-factly, please understand that I'm not saying them matter-of-factly for you. If it resonates, then you just take it and run with it and do all the beautiful things you came here to do with it. If it doesn't, just keep going. But I will speak matter-of-factly because it is matter-of-factly to me. Okay, so, and then immediately I was hit with something, and it hit me right in my feelings. And it wasn't beautiful and positive. It wasn't one of those experiences. And I thought, I've already dealt with that. I know that that's taken care of. I know it. So why am I still feeling that way? So I closed my eyes, which is my practice now, and said, okay, feeling, what have you brought to me? What are you trying to tell me? And I'm going to keep drinking this too because my blood sugar is low. I'm not feeling well and having blood sugar problems at the same time. Not a good combo for Earth Character Shannon. Not at all. Probably part of the reason why I'm having this. I feel this kind of pissed off energy. It's called hangry. It's part of where it's coming from, I'm sure. Which we're going to talk about that. How is that even possible when we're these limitless, beings of light, right? So, anyways, so that came upon me. And before that was even in place, I was wrestling with being sick in the first place. Over my birthday week, actually most of the month, if I'll be honest with you, I indulged in lots of things that were not the best health choices, i.e. sugar and empty carbohydrates and basically junk. Stuff that I like to eat that is a comfort food for me that brings me joy, birthday cake, popcorn, not just popcorn, but popcorn with a bunch of crap on it. Chips and dips and chocolate and just stuff that I like to watch when I, eat when I watch movies. And I just decided it's my birthday and I'm going to indulge myself because I'm limitless. I'm just so over this. I got to the bottom of the reason why I do a lot of things, and I'll be totally honest with you. So many things that I choose to do have to do with image and its form and this image of this form and how I want it to look and how I want it to feel. And these things, used to be based in an egoic energy, and they're no longer based in that for me. They're based in a intense love for myself. So now I care for myself and I nurture myself. And so I know the best choice for me is to eat healthy, good foods that produce good energy and physical strength and beauty as well. That's just like a side effect of taking care of yourself. So I have that all going on. Well, I got sick, and it started my frustration because I thought to myself, okay, and this is what I'm unwrapping this morning. I got answers through things that were put in front of my face this morning. I haven't put them together yet, so bear with me because that's what I'm trying to do right now. And I apologize. All right, so I'm laying there, already frustrated with the state of my physical being, because I know who I am. I'm a limitless being. I am not a doing, I'm a being, and I know who I am in an ethereal, remember the ceiling? The ethereal sense, the capital R. And I think I'm just being a little rebellious against this restricted third and fourth dimensional experience that I'm in because I've outgrown it. That's how it feels. And so, once again, I'm spitting all this stuff out as it's spinning through my head, so bear with me. So here I am in this space, already frustrated with my physical health and thinking to myself, okay, I did really great. I coasted for like 3 or 4 weeks, felt fantastic. I'm thinking, see, I got this. I just dropped the idea that I believed that this could have any effect on me. And look, it's not having an effect. And here it comes and has its effect. I ate all that crap. It lowered my immune system. A sick customer came into the store and took me out. And I will admit it, a little pissed off, a little frustrated, a little rebellious against it because I know the truth and I believe it. It's the truth. I know it's the truth. The ceiling truth, the capital R truth, I know it. There's no one that can tell me what I've discovered for my own heart is not true. So I'm dealing with that frustration already. And I wake up this morning and then an internal thing occurs in my emotions, in my feelings that have to do with my sacred, masculine, feminine heart. And this whole journey that we're on and what the next phase is, which one thing I've come to know, and I saw a video and it was perfect. And this guy was speaking about it, very eloquent. He said, you can only heal so far without a mirror. You can only take this so far. And we've all taken it thus far. We've all been in hermit mode. We've all been in self-work. We've all gone in. And we've done incredible things. But you can only take that so far. The rest of the step of not and healing, I don't even like to use that word. The rest of this journey is in union and connection. And not just union and connection. I'm going to come right out and say it. And if this doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. But it fully resonates with me. It is pinpointed in the union of divine masculine and feminine energy. First here, becoming manifest in the outer now. So that all be swirling around in my head when I woke up this morning. Something came across my visual presence and it hurt. And it made me feel some things I didn't really care for. And of course, my first response is always to just say, well, I'm bigger than that. I'm more than that. My I am presence doesn't even have anything to do with that. So I'm just going to, I don't even need to look at that. But then once again, I'm back in my earth character self, Shannon. And I know that the minute that I resist that thing, it's going to persist. So I closed my eyes and said, okay, I feel you. And I set my phone down and everything that was going on. And I just closed my eyes and I asked that feeling, okay, well, you're a gift. I know that you're in the present. You're the now moment. So you are a present. You're a gift. What are you trying to say to me? So I just went over it in my head of why I was feeling what I was feeling. And what I was feeling was a sense of injustice, betrayal, feelings of that it's not fair, that I know who I am, I know what I've done, what I haven't done, what's been in the highest good and not so much in the highest good. I have a pretty decent handle on that right now. And I'm looking at this thing in my heart and it's making, and I'm having these feelings of being concerned that justice isn't going to occur And why do I even want justice to occur? I'm just, I'm just openly, nakedly with myself going through these emotions and letting myself feel them full force, even if I know that they go against all the truths in my ethereal self that I know. I'm human, character Shannon, having a feeling, and I'm letting it reside. I'm sitting with it. And so I'm doing all these things. And some things came to me in this process. And I got up and I was having a bit of not really a pity party, but just really indulging these feelings. And, tears came. It hurt. It didn't feel good. And I started to create emotions. And then I realized, no, I don't want to create these emotions, because these emotions are energy in motion and they will just attract more of the same. So that's not my intent as the creator that I am. So I stopped at that point and said, but I don't understand. And I just looked at the ceiling, which is often what I do, because it's just like a habit. It doesn't mean anything. We know it's not up, it's not down. It's just, I think it's a way of me looking inside myself. It's not fair, and I don't like how this feels, and I don't want to create an emotion out of it, but I cannot deny that this is what I'm feeling right now. Help me. Help me. And in that moment when I asked for help, something else that I had seen this morning had flashed before my eyes. And okay, so once again, I said in the beginning of this video, just bear with me that we're going to be treating this like a video game, because I've constantly looked at this thing as a video game. I don't know about you. You've probably seen video games if you haven't played them. I've both played them and witnessed them. I have a decent understanding of them. I don't play them a lot because I have the power of focus. When I play video games, the whole world disappears and I could get sucked into it for the rest of my life. And I can feel that draw, so I don't play them much. I get too drawn into them. I get very serious about them. Kind of like I'm serious about this, right? So anyways, someone's trying to message me. They're trying to get a hold of me, and you know who you are, but I'm just doing this first and I'll be right there. Anyways, so see, I have to be careful not to derail myself. Power of focus that I have. Ugh. So we're going to be pretending that this is a video game. I like to liken what we're doing here in this earth plane as a video game, because I don't know about you and your relationship with video games, but when you play a video game, when you choose to jump into it, you pick up your controller, you fill out your character profile, you do all the things you have to do to prep, and then you go into the game, whatever game it is. You are playing by a set of rules that you totally agree to. As a matter of fact, you're engaging them on purpose, fully knowing that you're going into it as this character, which could be an ogre or a three-legged octopus or something. It doesn't even look like you. It's just a fictitious character, and you go into the game, and there's a set of rules that you have to follow. And if you want to level up and get to the next level and gain extra life points and extra, resources for the game, you play by the rules. You have to. You don't have to. You can choose not to, but you will never advance in the game the way you desire. And you're playing this game on purpose. You're there for a reason, whatever that reason is. I view what we're doing here very, very much so like that. It helps me to have a cognitive understanding of what we're doing. So here we are in this video game, and then I just proved to myself again that I was not playing by the rules that are set forth in this earth game. I need sugar and protein in my blood right now, or I'm not going to continue not feeling good. I've proven this to myself over and over again, regardless of how limited and limitless I am. If I don't drink this tea with my collagen and my honey in it, and bee pollen and all the other yummy things I put in it, I'm not going to feel good. Period. End of story. That's going to actually happen. I ate a bunch of crap for the month of April, lowered my immune system, and I got sick. Okay, so we're looking at this. I'm looking at this in my heart as a video game, and I'm thinking, okay, so once again, here I am back at that place again, and I'm like, I have to play by the rules if I want the game to go along as I agreed for it to go along from the beginning. And so that makes sense to me. I get it totally. So I dive into the game and I play by the rules, and then the understanding comes to me that I'm the player, I'm not the game. And I have all these beliefs and truths and knowings that are in my heart that I have come to know, and they've proven time and time again that they are an I am presence, and they contradict the rules of the game. And so I go back and forth between these things, and it's that bridge again, the balance. And so I'm thinking of these things, and then it came to me something else that I had seen, and it was in reference to a video game, and I thought, okay, I see that. And then another thing that came to me, and someone spoke this so beautifully. The universe knows exactly what your heart really wants. What's really in there. What's really in there. Okay? And I'm looking at you right now with this look, the same way I looked at myself in the mirror this morning. You know. and the limitless behavior of nature of who we truly are, coming to know that we are this new spiritual thing that's happening. And there's so many things that are counterfeit in this spiritual advancement as the earth comes up into higher frequency. Have you noticed all the counterfeits? Spiritual toxicity, narcissism, feminism, all these things that come forward and become trendy instantly. Well, there's this trend that was shown to me this morning, that as a higher level being, having more knowing of who you truly are, we realize that it's not real, that we have a need for something, i.e. we'll just stick with food for the moment, because it really isn't a need. There are no needs in the truth. There are no needs in Mother, Father, God, in our I am presence, in who we truly are. There is no need. And then we come into this circumstance that we're in right now, and there are needs. But they're rules of the game that we're playing on purpose, by choice. And this beautiful individual said, you can't fool the universe, source, creation, I am, whatever you want to call it, by negating the fact that you are feeling what you're feeling in your true heart of hearts. Don't pass it off like, well, I'll be fine. I don't really need that. Because you realize that it's a limited process. And then it just dawned on me. And that's when I had this aha moment, and I started to get very energized, and I was not feeling so many of the heavy lower frequency energies anymore. Now my emotions were starting to come into a higher frequency because I was believing something that was true, and it was starting to cross the wires for me. And then I realized something. Oh my gosh, this thing that I feel in my heart is very much so the same thing as this tea that I'm drinking. I am does not need this tea. I am does not need anything. My I am presence is complete, whole, and absolutely phenomenal. And I love myself beyond any length I've ever loved myself before. Everything was absolutely flapping, innocent, perfect, beautiful, naked, done deal. This is very, very emphatically a full knowing. Every day I wake up and look in my cup, and there it is. Yep, didn't go away. I empty that cup, it sticks to the bottom, it will not come out. So I know this. So then when I have this little earth character Shannon need, like to eat healthy foods that resonate with me, that don't give me that low frequency experience of the types of foods that are readily available on every shelf in every supermarket that are being presented to us to keep us in a low frequency, my body screams out for things that are not low frequency, and I don't listen to it because of that rebellious sense in me that says, that stuff brings me joy. I should just be able to eat and do whatever I want. I should be able to do that because I'm limitless. And what I'm trying to get at, like I said, this might be all over the place. Hopefully I can bring this back into a perspective that makes the same aha sense to you that it did to me. And if not, doesn't matter. I may be just working this out for myself, which I'm fine with. I didn't want this video to be longer than 20 minutes, and we're at 18. So I remembered that saying this person was sharing and said, be honest with yourself. You know what you want. So if it's to be famous, don't tell people, oh, well, I don't really want to be famous. I don't care. That doesn't really bother me. What I want to really do is help people. If it's in your heart and you're drawn to be famous, you literally feel like you should be in the limelight, and it's just right there all the time, all the time, all the time. If that's your thing, admit it, desire it, let it be as something that you need and want in this earth game. Because remember, needs, wants, and desires are part of the rules of this earth game. Needs, wants, and desires are not part of the no rules and only love frequency ceiling of the ethereal truths. But it is that I am that is in this game, playing the game by the rules, by choice, agreeing to play by the rules. So what came to me this morning was that I realized I was crossing something over. And I didn't realize that I was crossing it over. And what I was crossing over was I was negating the fact that Earth character Shannon needs her counterpart to continue this spiritual journey. Because the wholeness and the completeness that's within me is absolutely matter of fact. There is no need. I am in such an incredible, balanced, beautiful, wonderful, absolutely magical place within myself There's no need for anything. I'm perfectly wrapped up with a bow, absolutely present in the now moment. Everything's perfect. That's the ethereal truth, the ceiling. That's the truth. I've gone inside and discovered that, and now it is the biggest part of my experience here. But yet then I am still playing this video game. I still have my controller. I'm still playing the character of the troll, the three-legged octopus, not the true player that I am, because I am the player, I'm not the game. But I jumped into this game. Now let me ask you what my heart asked me. How much fun would it be to play a video game and not play by the rules? You would just run around in circles the whole time. You would never level up. You'd never get to the next level where more new, exciting, incredible things would occur, where you could armor up more and you'd get more, you'd get more coins and you get more life energy. And you might even, expand your little band of creatures that you're playing with to go on and take over the entire kingdom until you get to the end level where everything's as it should be, which is the whole point of the game, right? Is to get to the last level and say, I did it. But if you don't play by the rules that are put forth in the game, not only is it no fun, you never accomplish anything. And I realized that this beautiful one that shared, don't negate what's truly in your heart. Say it. Say it out loud to the universe, source, creator, I am presence, your kingdom, whatever you want to call it. Your mother, father, God. Say it. This is truly what I haunt. See? That was no accident. If it haunts you, and what that means is it just hangs around and it won't go away. And you know within your heart of hearts that that's what you really want. It doesn't matter if somebody else doesn't want it. And when they speak to you, they tell you, oh yeah, that's just not even a thing. I'm so okay with being alone. Let's put it that, because I'm just going to go right to the nakedness with you. I've been pretending to say that that's okay. And I just woke up this morning and something hit me right in my chest and it hurt and it didn't feel good. And the present it brought me was to realize that that's not the truth. I'm admitting to certain things in this game that I need as Earth character Shannon, because in the game, you need to pass that level to get to the next thing. You need to go to that mountain, speak to the oracle so that you can get the right sentence to go grab that sword, so you can get that sword to fight that ogre, so that once you kill that ogre, the door opens up and you can go through to the next level. If you don't do those things, you never get to the next level. And I'm likening this to the same thing. So what's being popped up on the screen in this video game is you need your partner. You need your counterpart. For the next level, you have to go through all these mazes and all this stuff that you're doing in order to find your counterpart. And I'm firmly convinced, and it doesn't matter to me how many of you this resonates with, or you're just downright denying it because it's daunting or scary, or it's just something you don't want to deal with. Whatever it is that brings you to a place where it's not before you the way that it is me. It doesn't matter. It is my heart that says that I would say by and large, and in a very huge amount, that the next phase of this beautiful earth awakening and this wonderful raising of frequency and this new, but not really new, just a remembrance of who we are, the next phase is union. And if it's not as profound as it feels to me for the collective, I know for damn well sure that it's absolutely profound for me. So, that being said, what came to me this morning in clarity and perfection, and I'm grateful that that's done because it didn't feel good and it was very confusing for those few moments that I walked through it, is that just like playing by the rules of eating the right foods and taking care of ourselves and resting and honoring ourselves and our characters in this game, this video game that we play, that we've chosen to come and play, to bring about the end result where the entire kingdom benefits from it, in this game that we're playing, and I'm playing as Earth character Shannon, you're playing as Earth character fill in the line. In this game, we have needs. Is it not true? Try this and see if it doesn't work. I'm telling you right now, if you take a knife right now and cut your arm, guess what's going to happen? You're going to bleed. Does that have any effect on your I am presence? None frickin' whatsoever. The form is not causal. None of this is causal. But it will happen inside of this video game. And you have two options. You can get out of the game, go on to do something else, or you can engage the game so that we can get to the end of the level. which it just brought back Jumanji again, which is a beautiful depiction of how we've all jumped into this together because of our love for one another. It's so beautiful. We wouldn't let our beloveds be trapped in this game without us. We jumped back into it to come and bring everything to completion where everybody gets to go home, not just one or two of us. And that's so beautiful. It totally resonates with my heart. Recognize, honor, accept, and engage your needs in this third and fourth dimensional realm. Stop denying it. You know in your heart what's yours. I know what's in mine. And what brought forward these feelings that tried to create an emotion that would attract just more of the same, what hurt me, what leveled me so quickly, was that I was trying to pretend that this is not a real thing for me. And the difficult part for that is in this phase, and I couldn't tell you if it's going to be forever. Something in me tells me that it will be for the duration of this game. But all I know is in this now moment, I have grown to the point where now it's time for my counterpart, for my mirror, and for me to present my ability to be the mirror to my beloved. And I have great connections right now with some beautiful, benevolent beings that I absolutely adore. I wouldn't change a thing. But it does not negate the fact that there is a masculine counterpart that belongs to me and I belong to him, and I can feel it. It's palpable because the first masculine that belongs to me was within myself. And that masculine-feminine duo, the real twin flame that's within you, it is you. That's the twin flame. It's within you, like all things are. Seek ye first the kingdom, and all things shall be added to you. It's that twin flame, and that's the first place that I went. Excuse me. And so that became balanced and beautiful, and they are engaged with one another. They are fully balanced and in love, and they are counterparting one another in the most beautiful way. And this is how I came to the place where I love myself in so much wholeness and completeness. It's the most magnanimous, beautiful thing in the world. And now, the player, the I am, that's in that place of remembrance of who it is going to manifest that in the game, in the outer. And that's why I'm feeling such an undeniable need for my counterpart. And that's not only okay, it's as it should be. So my beloveds, all of this craziness just to share with you this simple truth, that your I am presence is fully causal, the cause of everything. It is only the frequency of love, and that is the truth. But it's both that and this game. I apologize. I didn't want to start doing this on here, but I've been talking too much. I haven't been spending a lot of time talking because I've been sick. So I'm going to wrap this up. It's both and. You are both that ethereal, sealing I am presence where there is full causal and no need. You're both that and this earth character that is not causal at all, has no effect on the other, but that has an effect on this. It doesn't go the other direction. And I know I've said this before, and it was just profound to me this morning. I was pulling apart and separating things and not allowing myself to admit, which I'm admitting right now because I'm sick. I have the proof right here in my DNA that I need to eat healthy. I need to care for myself, and I need to not overindulge because there are goals out there that I want to have, and I won't ever achieve them if I don't do that by following the rules in this game. But I was separating out that with the other desires in my heart in this earth game that we're playing and denying them. Don't do that. You're both and. You know, we had a brother who told us many times to not choose. Don't choose the left side or the right side. But there's a little bit of a flaw in that perspective. If you stand in a place that says, I'm going to be neutral, I'm not going to choose that side or that side, you just created a third side that you're choosing. It's a neutrality being in the middle, negating that and that to stand in this space. That is not what that truth is about. It's about not choosing at all because you don't have to. You are both and. I am ceiling, causal, and earth character, non-causal, rules to play by. You're both and. Embrace both and in fullness, integrity, in beauty, with all that you are, and realize that this affects this. This has no effect on this, and never will, never can. This is always going to be perfect. You're the player, not the game. But you're in the game, so let's do this with our whole hearts, my loves. And I know my heart, and I am no longer going to deny it. I'm going to get off of here, and I'm going to say out loud to my I Am Presence exactly what it is that I want and what I need, and admit fully that I need it in this game. Both and, as above, so below. Seek first the kingdom, and all shall be added to you. Namaste. I see you. I love you so much. Have a beautiful day.